We're in Copenhagen for DTW Ignite 2025. I'm here with Jason Keane from Ericsson. Jason, great to see you again. Thanks so much for joining us.
Great, yep.
So Ericsson and AWS are collaborating to enhance OSS and BSS solutions for CSPs. What are the areas that you're focused on in this collaboration?
Well, first of all, AWS as a partner brings a huge amount of technology and a huge amount of capability to the area. When we look at the OSS and BSS transformation, there's huge potential around the use of AI and more specifically generative AI. Maybe if I break it down a bit, about intelligent use of automation. And what Amazon brings to this collaboration to bring a solid set of tools and frameworks and ecosystems where we can use that data to really deliver intelligent automation and intelligent answers for our network and our OSS and our BSS.
Okay. What do these offerings actually look like, and what AI technology are you actually using? And how does this collaboration create value for CSPs?
Well, where we've started today in the collaboration is we've taken under our sell, deliver, get paid about, deliver services that you sell. So we've actually started here, what it looks like is around our service orchestration. We have an offering called ESOA, which is a multi-domain service orchestrator. And what we see when we're doing service orchestration was it's not always perfect. Things can maybe mean that the workflow doesn't execute. So instead of just a kind of static execution and failure, we're enriching it with AI and using Amazon's tools to help us do this, such that when we actually go to orchestrate, we're orchestrating intelligence. So if an issue comes up, it fixes it and moves on. That then manifests itself into what we know in now as intent, where we describe an intention and the service orchestration fulfills, i.e. turns on and off the service to fulfill that intent. So the kind of how we see this manifesting itself is in making our products and our offerings much more intelligent or smarter towards fulfilling a business intent. The value, I suppose, for the CSPs here is that ultimately the quicker you can enable services and turn them on, the quicker you can enable revenue. There's one more aspect of that is it's not just turning them on, but also the really hard thing to do is to assure them. It's one thing, you need to keep them up. So again, using very clever tooling and very smart engines, we can make sure that we keep the service up.
Okay. Now obviously there's a lot of talk here about AI. AI is impinging on everything. What are the next steps for AI, ML, generative AI and agentic AI? And how do you keep pace with what is an incredibly fast-moving sector?
I use AI to manage the acronyms for a start, right? No, but I think that the challenger, the excitement is there, but we also need to make it real. And I think, agentic AI, AI control and process, that we know the target's there, but there's a lot of work just to get there. We got to clean up the data. We got to make effective use of AI. We got to really make AI real for us. So I think, while the target set is kind of known, and we've seen that from TM Forum where they've said, ultimately level 5 of TM Forum AN framework sets the target set. I think the next step now is we need to grow more in production. In other words, understanding how we can deploy what tools we have to start on this path towards autonomous networks. So then kind of the immediate next steps is while we have these tools, really the question on us is what do we deploy today and what should we deploy today to give back business value to our customers today so you can deliver, sell, deliver and get paid.
Okay. Now obviously there's an awful lot behind what you've been talking about here. Impossible to really talk about everything in just a few minutes, but what kind of additional resources would you recommend people to go and discover so they can find out more about how this could impact their business?
Well, I think the first thing I'd encourage our kind of viewers to do is, first of all, make sure you understand the breadth of AI. And it's really hard because you say it's every day there's something new, right? But I think the foundation of what it can do, and sometimes it's practically a matter of just seeing a simple demo for what we can do. We've demos on the Ericsson website, of course, and Amazon have demos themselves. But once you see the power of what this, you can begin to understand. When you begin to understand what to do, you need, if you haven't done so, is just get some of the foundational concepts in place, like an LLM, an agentic workflow. I mean, you can find lots of technical papers, but very simple. There's some good papers out there that explain simply this. And the Amazon website is very good to explain simply what this is. So there will be kind of next steps to make sure you're comfortable to use this technology, because it's here to stay.
Absolutely. Okay, fantastic. Great to hear about the Ericsson AWS collaboration. Jason, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks very much, Ray.